Hi, this is Pete Morrill, Mountain Kennels. We've been breeding and training Labrador Retrievers for more than 25 years, and we're about deepening canine connections. And in this session, I'm going to talk to you about what are your expectations for the final part of week 3, which is the week 3 test. In other words, this is how your dog makes it to week 4. And this is when the tests start getting pretty hard. So I've seen a lot of trainers do really well on week 1 and 2, and then they hit the week 3 test, and they so I want you to know what the test is ahead of time so you're working towards the test. So the puppy, this is the easiest part of the test. The puppy at this point should come readily to the verbal, the hear command, the whistle, and your hand, which is down. So no matter what, and each of those should work in sync and independently. In other words, I should be able to say here and the dog comes here, or I should be able to put my hand down and the dog comes down, or it comes here, or I should be able to, what's the last? Oh, you blow the whistle and the dog comes to me. Independently of each other. And then, yet when you're training, you want to do them in sync with each other. Blow the whistle and say here, put your hand down. So all 3 of them work. Puppy takes hand and voice into the kennel on 5 different surfaces. So that means you have the puppy, I have my hand here, and I say kennel into 5 different places. That could be a raised platform. That can be a raised platform with carpet on it. That can be half a crate. That can be a full crate. That can be your decoy bag if you're a hunter. It can be your jacket if you're somebody that likes to take your dog for a walk and want something to put your dog on. Your dog needs to know that when you identify something as their place to kennel, that's where they stay until you give them another command. The third thing is the puppy sits. This will be the hardest part for you. Puppy sits for 45 seconds. For a puppy, 45 seconds is an eternity and goes to 30 yards. 30 yards is about as far as you can throw a football, most people. So that's quite a distance. It's 90 feet. So the puppy needs to, that's your major distractions. And then the last thing is remind yourself that the puppy never, it's not the last thing. It is kind of the last thing. No pulling. When you have a lead on, the puppy doesn't pull. You've given those little cues. Now the puppy learns, I don't pull when this leash is on me and my owner tells me leash. And we don't teach a dog at this stage to heel because it's almost all negative, but the leash is the first part of heel. And then the puppy never jumps up, never bites without a correction, without a negative reinforcement on the leash, the biting, and the jumping. Okay, that's your test. That's a tough one, but if you do that one, all the rest of them are going to be a little bit easier. They're not going to be easier in terms of distance or difficulty, but they'll be easier because your puppy understands what is expected of him.